Greetings everyone, this is Fasasin here again, and in today's video I want to speak about some things I see going on right now in the world. Things that's in direct correlation to things that happened before. As a matter of fact, these very same things happened with the very first couple in existence, Adam and Eve. So let's get right to it. Today we'll be reading from the Bible, Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle, meaning he was more cunning. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. Yeah, there's a couple things in there to break down. And in another video, I'm going to go deep into actually, who the serpent was and what the apple from the tree of good and evil is all about. But that's not the purpose of today's video. The purpose of today's video is to show what I see happening right now concerning this whole pandemic that's occurring in the world right now. If you notice in chapter 3, the serpent went to Eve first, right? The serpent went to Eve first. For the serpent knew that as long as he can talk Eve into eating of the fruit from the tree, she would go and take care of Adam for him. See, the devil didn't go directly to Adam first, for he knew Adam will rebuff him. He knew Adam will chase him away. So who the devil went to was Eve, the weaker link in the chain. You see, he went to Eve because if he can convince Eve, Eve will convince Adam. How? Through pillow talking at night. That's how. Eve will talk it into Adam's ears, into Adam's mind, deep into Adam's subconscious until Adam yields to her. She will say, you need to do it. It's for our greater good. She may even do things to make him feel guilty, like, if you love me, you will do it. You don't love me, that's why you're not doing it. All these little things, to get Adam to violate what God said. You see? The devil directly went to Eve to get Eve to go to Adam to violate God's commandment of not eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And that's exactly what happened. You see? The devil knew he couldn't just go to Adam. Adam was firm in the Lord. Adam would have chased him away. Adam would have said, no, we are not eating. And the devil had to leave. For the devil can't conquer you without your permission. You see? The devil needs your own permission to conquer you. And Adam was high in the Lord, being the first being created. These were people who saw God every day. God, remember, after they sinned, let me just read this real quick. Let me continue. Verse 8. And they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the garden in the cool of day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, the Lord, and he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? You see? God used to come to visit Adam and Eve. They were friends of God. You see? So Adam had a close personal relationship with God. So did Eve. But by Eve being the weaker link, and the devil knew that. The devil knew that. The devil went to Eve to get Eve to transgress first. And as long as Eve transgresses, Adam will follow. So how does that relate to today's times? How does that relate to what I see happening in the world today? Well, let me tell you. A lot of men today are allowing their women to talk them into things that they know they should not do. A lot of men today are allowing their women to convince them to do things that they themselves know is wrong and they should not do. You know what I mean? Case in point, all you see what's happening right now with this pandemic. This is a pandemic. This ain't just no normal pandemic. This is a pandemic. And now I will go into that later, but that's not right now. I don't want to go into how I know this is a pandemic. I will get to that in another video. Today I want to talk about the Adam and Eve situations I see happening today. So men today, a lot of men today who are adverse to receiving a coronavirus jab or coronavirus jokes, they straight up saying, I'm not taking it. I'm not going for that Bill Gates jab. I'm not doing it. But their wives who have went to get it are talking them into getting it. I see that happening I saw that happen quite a few times. Men who ain't with this, getting this joke, this jab, have allowed their women into talking them into getting this jab, the same way Adam allowed Eve into talking him into getting the jab. Case in point, good friend of mine. A good friend of mine, we used to have reasonings last year when this whole thing first started, 2020. No one was more against the jabs and the juice, the Bill Gates juice than him. No one. We used to have deep discussions about this. He used to send me videos and articles and all kind of things just exposing this whole conspiracy. And I'm telling you, I was shocked the other day when he said to me, man, I went and got the juice. I went and got the Bill Gates juice. I said, you, out of all people, went and got the Bill Gates juice? He said, yeah, man. He gave me a lousy excuse. Here's what he said. He said, yeah, man, my son wanted to go and he was afraid, so I went with him. What kind of lousy excuse is that? And I know it was his wife, who is a nurse, who works at the hospital, who was one of the first people required to get the vaccine, because a lot of hospital staff from last year were forced or coerced, I should say, into getting this jab from last year. So his wife was one of the first people last year to get the jab when the jab was made available, right? And he himself was anti-jab. Even when his wife first went, he was just not with it. And I know it's his wife who talked him into it. I know she talked to him into it. And it's happened again to another friend of mine. His wife talked him into it. Because, you know, when you have your wife in your ears at night laying on the pillow, that pillow talking is serious. And women know how to, you know, get to your emotions. They know how to convict your conscience and make you feel guilty when they start saying things like, oh, you don't love me, you don't care for me. If you care for me, you would do it. And you know women know how to force men to do things they want them to do. They'll use all those psychological games. They'll play all those games to get the man to yield and bow to their desire. So my message today is for you men. All you men who allowed your woman to treat you like Eve. To have allowed your woman to force you to do something that you know you shouldn't have done. Who force you to do something you know you shouldn't do. I'm telling you, there will be more things ahead. There will be more things ahead that your wife is going to come and force you to do. I'm telling you, don't bow to all the other things that's to come. This coronavirus, this is only just the beginning of plagues and of plagues to come. What does the book of Revelation say about these plagues to come? Let's turn to the book of Revelations real quick. Revelation chapter 18, if I'm not mistaken. Let's turn there real quick. Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon. That ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. So you see these plagues on Babylon? This is just the beginning. Egypt received 10 plagues before the children of Israel left. 10 plagues. And 10 more plagues shall come on Babylon before the coming of the Lord in just a few more years. The coming of the Lord is just a few more years. It's just a few more years. This world will not see 2200. Well, this world shall see 2200. But at 2200, God will rule. Babylon will not see 2200. This is what? 2021? Not even 2200. 2100. I went too far. This world shall not see 2100. Just a few more years, the Lord shall be here. And 10 more plagues shall come upon Babylon. If coronavirus, COVID-19 or whatever was the first, 10 more to come. But COVID-19 may not even be the first. There was SARS before this. There was MERS before this. Could those be part of the plagues as well? Who knows? But here's what I'm telling you. More terrible plagues are to come. So there'll be more juices and jabs to be given out. More juices and jabs. They're going to jab y'all for the rest of your lives. You hear me? They're going to jab y'all for the rest of your lives. Yeah. So are you men going to allow your wife to talk you into getting every jab to come? That's just going to weaken you and make you sick until you die. That's what it's about. It's eugenics, the eugenicist movement at work. They want to reduce the world's population. Didn't Bill Gates say that? Didn't Bill Gates go on record and say he wants to reduce the world's population by half? Huh? So why would people accept medical advice from a billionaire who says he wants to reduce the world's population by half? It was Bill Gates promoting this japs and this jokes from the very beginning. So you know there's something sinister behind it. There is something sinister behind this vaccine. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm not taking it. And I feel sorry for all those who have taken it so far. I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all. I want to learn of a way that you can reverse it in your system so I can come and tell you all about it. All this pressure and threats to take a vaccine. Never before have the world seen this. This thing happened with the smallpox vaccine. This thing happened with yellow fever vaccine. This thing happened with the polio vaccine. This thing happened with measles. None of that. None of that. But with this so-called COVID-19 vaccine for a disease that has a 99.4% survival rate, doesn't make sense, you know. There's something else going on. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't trust Gates or the establishment. I don't trust Babylon. And Bill Gates and these demons, they're Babylon. They're Babylon. So, fellas, don't allow your woman, who is the weaker link in your relationship. You're the head in the relationship. Don't allow your woman to drag you down to hell with her. All right? Don't allow your woman who have decided to go join with Babylon and the Antichrist to talk you into doing something you don't want to do. All right? I'm telling you. And for all you women out there who, you know, there are some women out there today, right? There are some women who, they believe they can do anything a man can do. The Angelina Jolie woman, or the Charlize Theron women, the women who are diving out of airplanes and drop kicking men through windows and shooting M16s and flipping over bridges, and yeah, those women think that, yeah, anything a man can do, we could do. Yeah, this is a woman's world too. It's in a man's world, it's a woman's world. Those are the women. If you're in a relationship with a woman like that, I'm sorry for you. If you men are in a relationship with a woman like that, I really am sorry for you. You know? Because a lot of women today are looking to reverse the gender roles. There are still many women who are very humble and comfortable knowing that these things are for men and these things are for women. They're comfortable in their lane. But no, there are some women today who think that they could even surpass men in everything men could do. And if you're in a relationship with a woman like that, that's the woman who is forcing you and telling you this is what we need to do. Get with it. And you men, y'all have become the woman in the relationship. Yes, dear. Whatever you say, dear, I will do it, dear. Punks. Cowards. For your woman. So, I'm telling y'all, don't allow your woman to force you to do nothing you don't want to do. Don't allow it. All right? This thing is serious. Life is serious. It's not a game. So that's my message for today. Please take heed to what I say. That's it. I'm out. Peace.